Right, welcome back to the All Out Attack podcast. Today we're actually having a Champions League special. So we're going to be talking top 3 goals in the Champions League, and we're going to be looking ahead to the next round. And then we're also going to be predicting our winner of the Champions League in May or June, whenever the final is. So let's start off by speaking about our first of our 3 goals. So we've each written down 3 that we think are the top 3. So my first one, I'll start off. My first one's Bale against Liverpool. Overhead kick. Last few minutes, it was 2-1 already, I believe. But then the ball came in and it was honestly, it was one of the best goals I've ever seen. And it was in a Champions League final, so I couldn't not put it in.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some bottle trying that in the first place. But in the Champions League final, it makes it all the more special. Funny story about that goal. I was watching the game. I think I looked down to check my phone. And I looked back up, and the ball's in the back of the net.
Oh, really?
I genuinely looked down and missed it.
Oh.
But it's it was obviously a classic goal. And it wasn't just your average overhead kick. It's a technique as well, which made that goal special. It's the way he leaps.
Well.
Exactly. It's a banging cross. Leaps right up in the air.
Yeah.
Sort of perfect elevation on the kick. He's just an all-round special goal, really, like the occasion and the sort of goal itself. So I can understand why that would be everyone's sort of favourite goal.
I think that's probably, in my opinion, the best Champions League goal.
Oh no, it has to be 100%.
But has everyone put that in their 3, or has someone not?
Yeah.
No, I haven't put that in my 3 because there's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
And,
I had the impression we were all going for different ones, so I just kind of chose 3 of mine that I thought were quite good.
Different.
So, I know me and Callum have got one of the same.
Bale's
one that's the same.
It was just he has that ability in the finals. I was against Atletico as well. Was it a year or 2 before? But in the finals, he really comes alive, and especially when Real needed him, and really came alive, and he got them that special goal that they needed, and and I always thought that he did well at Real, and it was kind of sad to see where his career went there. But
Zidane treated him badly. I still believe to this day that if Zidane had treated him a bit better, his head would be more in the football rather than thinking about other things. I don't think he'd be at Tottenham now, with all respect.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah. He wouldn't.
He'd either be at Madrid still playing, or at a top 10 club in the world.
I'd say PSG maybe.
Yeah, somewhere like that. But I just think Zidane mistreated him. But so what other goals have people gone with?
I was going to say, speaking of bicycle kicks, I've got Mandzukic versus Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, that's fair. It's a worldie. It's a worldie.
I was considering that. I was watching a video about it.
It's just the I was literally just watching the goal beforehand, and it's not just the goal. It's the first touch. Flick, the finish as well. It was again. He's got the bottle to try that in a Champions League game as well. So
it was the final again, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the final. Yeah, that's what I meant. He's got the bottle to try that in the final, and it's one of them. It was one of the special moments that everyone was going to remember. I mean, I'm pretty sure was that the equaliser, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's a shame they didn't go on to win it, but it's it was a great moment though at the time, and it's just the little flick, the little chest flick as well, and then the techniques you get that to loop it over the keeper.
The thing is about Champions League finals, you always remember where you were when the goals were. These goals, the first 2 goals, both of them, I remember exactly where I was when they went in.
Yeah, no, we'll get to one of them that I remember distinctly where I was, but that was it's one of them goals where you just kind of you're sitting down watching it, and then you're not expecting it to happen, and that just split second where it happens, you kind of step back and Jesus, did he have the bottle to do that?
I remember my reaction was like, bloody hell, how was that?
Yeah, no, same here. It was nice. Obviously, you got to respect it though, haven't you? At the end of the day, it's it's just a terrific goal.
Class.
And in overall, I think Bale's would be better in terms of technique, but I'm not taking it away from either of them because they're both spectacular.
Yeah. It's just Mandzukic was more of an aerial threat type player, he was more physical aerial threat, and so to see him do an overhead kick as well, it's just crazy. Just see him the way he just did it, and from the distance as well, he kind of just lobbed it over. Who was the keeper? Was it Kale, or was that the keeper at the time? Kale Navas, or was it Casillas?
Yeah, I think it was
It was
Navas.
it's Navas, yeah.
I think it was Navas, yeah.
Yeah, and the way he just lobbed it over him, and it just went in. And obviously, what's called Ronaldo's was a great one. Against was it Juve a few years later?
Juve, the season before
Yeah.
he signed for Juve.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was it 3 seasons in a row then?
Yeah.
Someone scored a bicycle kick in the Champions League final.
No, that one wasn't
yeah,
the final.
yeah.
Actually. That was the quarters or semis.
Quarters, yeah. That's what I mean.
Wait, is this Ronaldo versus Juventus as well? Or
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
that
that
was cool. Oh, I thought that was.
Wasn't that in the final in the same game as Mandzukic?
No, I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't. I think it might have been, but
it was.
I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure.
Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure it is.
Look it up. I'm pretty sure it was in the quarters or something like that.
Nah, I'm definitely sure it's in the same game.
My number 3
yeah,
was...
it was the same game. It was the first goal.
Oh, it was, yeah. Yeah, it was at 3-1. Was it 3-1 in the end?
It was 4-1. Wait, hold on.
Fair enough.
Because I remember the comment, anything Ronaldo can do, Mandzukic can do better or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was that the game where Cuadrado got quite unfairly sent off for Ramos kind of diving? And Cuadrado walked past him and kind of give him a little shove, whatever, and Ramos decided to go rolling around. Pretty sure it was that same game.
I was sure it wasn't both in the same game, but yeah, fair enough.
Oh, hold on.
I've been proven wrong, but anyway, the next goal I've gone for is Sergio Roberto to put Barcelona through to, I believe it was the semis at the time. So it was in the end of the quarterfinal. And I just remember watching this game with my dad in the living room, and when it went, I think it was when it went to 3-1 to.
Ah, you're right. It's not the same game.
It wasn't the same game.
Ah, yeah. I don't know why I thought that.
I thought it wasn't, because I remember I wasn't like in the room for it, but I remember like walking back in and it had been a goal, and I'd have never done that in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Okay,
but what's it? I was just saying about the Roberto goal. So I remember Barca had to win by 5 goals because they'd gone 3-0 up, but then it was 3-1, and because they'd lost 4-0 in the first leg, they then had to score 3 without reply.
Oh,
my dad walked out of the room. He was like, "Nah, they're not doing it. And I was like, "Well, give him a bit of a chance. He's still got 20 minutes." And I remember Neymar scoring a free kick. And then I think Neymar might have got another one. He was insane. He was unplayable that game. And then they had a free kick, and he took it quickly, like put the ball in, and then Roberto just slid in there. It wasn't like it was a good goal, but it was just the moment. Literally, even though I didn't care who won, I like got up and started celebrating, because that was like my favourite ever Champions League moment.
That's fair. I think my goal, anyway, is Ramirez versus Barcelona when he locked the keeper.
What goal?
Because Barcelona just led 2-1 on aggregate, and Ramirez's goal was obviously the winning goal. Obviously, Torres scored later in that game at the end of the game, but it was kind of the winning goal.
Yeah, because he won the tie.
Such a nice lob.
It's a cheeky little finish.
What a player he was, by the way. I mean, we'll speak about the goal, but what a player.
Underrated.
Yeah. People don't appreciate, because that was the year that they won it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Final, yeah.
But people are gonna talk about sort of Lampard, Drogba, Terry, Petr Cech, but Ramirez was a key part of that team as well. So speaking of that same game,
before N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, exactly. I've got Torres' goal down as one of mine.
Yeah, fair enough.
Gary Neville's orgasm,
Yeah, I've got when Gary Neville turned into Tarzan, whatever. I've got I've got no, I had that down. Obviously, I hate Chelsea, but
there, didn't he, Gary?
Yeah, I don't like Chelsea. I hate him, but it's just something about that moment that I was like, you know what, fair play.
And it was Torres. It was Torres as well. He'd had a shit time of it.
Yeah.
And then to do that, it's like, fair enough, mate. I've always liked Torres, so
No, and they get absolutely like shafted in the first leg, or
no, they were winning the first. No, they were winning the first leg, and then Barcelona went 2-up in the first half of the second leg.
Yeah, because I remember that was one of the worst refereeing displays ever.
Didn't they try to add on like 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, no, and then you had Drogba shutting down the camera. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And then obviously to go get that, to go win it overall. As much as I hate Chelsea, it was a very fitting, justified ending to the game. And Gary Neville's commentary just made that goal special.
Yeah, trust me, that was like I think that's the most iconic piece of content of all time.
The worst thing about Chelsea winning the Champions League was they went up the same. They won the Champions League the same day West Ham got promoted. So no one ever.
I remember that day because I remember it was you won against Blackpool, didn't you?
Yeah, we beat Blackpool. Yeah, we beat Blackpool at Wembley, but no one was talking about West Ham going up. Everyone was talking about Chelsea winning the Champions League, which was a bit disappointing.
I personally hated them winning the Champions League because obviously they kicked Spurs out of the Champions League.
Yeah, you finished fourth, didn't you? And then you didn't get in. That is crazy.
So I remember Spurs fans were going to. Some Spurs fans went to the Allianz because it was at the Allianz as well, and they went there supporting Bayern.
Not surprised.
They're trying to get the Champions League.
Just to mention, Petr Cech in that game is honestly one of the best individual performances. He was insane. He actually had such a good game.
Slightly off topic, but we're still on the theme of Champions League. We'll get back to the goals in a sec. But do you guys remember the first Champions League game you remember watching?
Yeah, I do.
Mine was weirdly. Do you know when the Champions League used to be on aftv?
Yeah.
I remember watching. I think it was Spurs versus Real Madrid. I think.
That's all right actually.
I think you played Real Madrid.
We did it in the quarterfinal. Yeah.
Yeah, with Big Gary in it.
The first game I watched was Inter Milan versus Spurs 4-3 Inter. That was a crazy game.
I remember that game. Was that Bale?
Yeah, Bale's hat trick.
Oh, that was a brilliant game.
Banging game. Yeah.
The first
even
one
though, wait, sorry, you go. Even though we lost, it was I kind of rated that game quite a lot. Like I still think it's one of Spurs' best games to watch. But
definitely. Bale, that was when Bale really he was having a good season anyway, but that's when he burst onto the world scene, isn't it?
Amazing.
Left Maicon into the dead.
Remember doing a knee slide when Real Madrid scored in Spurs. I remember knee sliding across my living room.
That is classic West Ham fan behaviour.
Yeah. My first game I remember was Man United Chelsea in the final.
Oh, I remember that. I remember where I was for that.
Oh, actually, yeah, I remember the.
And because back then they won Wednesday nights, so it was a bit dead. Like I had school the next day, so I had to go up and I was watching the penalties. And actually, Ronaldo. My biggest memory was seeing Ronaldo crying on the floor because and that was his heartbreak because when he missed the penalty and even though we won it, he was just still so upset because he missed that penalty.
Mate, that's what I love. That's what actually I'm not even going to go into that. But
I remember the the United. It was the United Barcelona final. I remember watching that at a campsite. I think it was about 2010-11. I can't remember what season. I remember watching that at a campsite, some shitty little TV that big. But that's one of the earliest memories I have of the Champions League.
I think my earliest memory is actually leads on to my third goal because it was the game where this goal was scored. I think it was when I think it was in the same season as when United beat Chelsea, or maybe the season before. It was when Ronaldo scored that absolute rocket against Porto. And obviously as an ex Sporting Lisbon player.
Yeah, it makes it even more special.
Getting past a few players and then literally I still think even though that free kick against Portsmouth was insane, I still think that's Ronaldo's best goal for United. Running around a couple of players and then just the rocket of a shot. I love that goal.
Yeah, that was kind of that iconic Man United. They won a few seasons without winning the Premier League. They wanted to rebuild and they brought players like Rooney through and Rooney from Everton. Sorry. Obviously, we've got Ronaldo from Sporting Lisbon, and they started proper rebuilding their team, and then it was probably justified them winning the Champions League after all that.
Mate, I hate United. Yeah, I'm not by any means a United fan, but I love that team. That team was one of my favourite teams ever. I'm not gonna lie.
That's when I first got into football in 2007. So I started from the 2007-08 season, and that was that 06 sort of end of 07 season to that 2011 season was like an insane.
Yeah.
We did the treble in. I'm not sure if we did the treble in 08. I think we did the double. I don't 100% remember, but we got in 3 finals in 4 years because we won it in 07, 08, and then 08, 09 we went up against Barca and lost 2-0.
That was a Messi masterclass, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the second time in 2010, 11 it was another Messi masterclass. He turned Vidic, Ferdinand, and Evra into he turned them into Lindelof, Maguire, and bloody Brandon Williams.
Mate, that's what Messi does.
That's why I just think he's technically he's just such a good player. Like the way he just dribbled through them. I remember David Villa's goal when I think he did a little flick past Van der Sar, and I was so pissed. It was 20 minutes in, and they already went 1-0 up, and that's just how good Barca were.
Yeah, I honestly do believe Messi is the most talented. Ronaldo is the GOAT, but for me, Messi is the most talented player I've ever seen. Watching a game with Messi in it is literally my favorite thing to do. He literally can just get past anyone. Yeah, and it's just so fun to watch.
I said Ronaldo's goal, but my third best goal was the Messi one versus Real Madrid, the one where he dribbled through the team.
Yeah,
mate, that is insane.
Who was standing in front of him? There was players standing in front of him. They just let him go through.
It was
Pepe?
Nah, it can't have been Pepe. Pepe would have snapped him, surely.
No, the Barca player that just kind of stood there and let.
I think it might have been. I think it might have been.
Yeah,
Villa or Busquets or someone. They literally stood there and they were like, you know what, you can have it.
You know what? I'm not going to make a run for you. I'm not going to make an option for you. You're just going to do it yourself. You're going to run through. You're going to run through yourself. You're going to finish it off. I ain't going to get in the way. Just steps aside and let him run past.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do you know what?
The finish as well.
Oh yeah, go on.
Oh no, I was saying the finish as well. He was off balance, and the way he just put it away was just brilliant.
Yeah, honestly, that is one of my favourite goals. I was going to put that in, but then I thought, because I heard that you lot were putting it in, I didn't. I put Ronaldo's against Porto. But it honestly, that goal is insane. But I saw something really interesting the other day. Again, a little bit off topic, so I won't speak about it for too long, but I saw a video of Ronaldinho when Messi was about 14, 15, and he literally says, I can't remember who he was speaking to, but it was another pro footballer at Barca at the time. I think it might have been Eto'o or someone. He was like, this kid is going to be the best player that ever plays. He's better than me. And Eto'o was like, he can't be better than you. And he was like, no, trust me, he will be better than me.
Yeah, literally, he saw it there, the talent on.
Yeah, it's insane. But
insane.
So has everyone said all their goals yet?
No.
Me and Callum had the same one. Stankovic against Schalke.
Oh, what a goal!
Yeah, it's a banger.
Another banger.
Bang.
I mean, fair enough. Keeper's way off his line, but still, to have the bottle to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Charlie Adam did it, but that was a special goal.
Different stage, isn't it?
Different stage, yeah. But it's a special goal. It's the hit. And the fact that Zanetti's more gassed than him when he goes in.
Yeah,
Zanetti runs off celebrating. He goes absolutely mental as Stankovic is running after him.
Yeah, you think it's his goal, the way he was celebrating.
Yeah, Stankovic probably no. I would say Zanetti celebrated that like it was his goal. But yeah.
It's because he was such a passionate. He's one of the most passionate captains I've ever seen, Zanetti.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I think us lot probably all got into football same time, sort of 09, 10, around that sort of
I'd say
area.
07, 08 for me.
I'm not gonna lie, mine was a bit earlier. I was
07, 08.
I was kind of brought up on football. I'm not gonna lie.
Mine was kind of I say about 09, because I don't know, I would say I say the earliest memory was the 2010 World Cup, but I think a little bit before that when Gianfranco Zola was in charge of West Ham. I think that was.
Yeah, no, I remember.
When I first,
I think mine was pretty. I think mine was 07, 08. Mine was pretty, or even 06, 07. I remember people like Ashley Young at Watford, and he left. What?
No, I remember.
2007.
I remember Yakubu at Blackburn. What a beast, man.
Yeah.
Yakubu.
He used to play for Everton as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he led for
yeah.
Everton after.
My no, I'd say my sort of earliest memory was obviously going to my first game, but even before that, I think even like sort of 06, oh no, well, I'm not saying I was going to be into football when I was like 4, but
Yeah.
I'd say when I was at year 3, sort of like 08, 09 maybe, around that sort of time.
Yeah,
I think that was kind of standout. And I used to enjoy watching sort of like everyone loved the big. I could probably recite the whole Barcelona team at the age of like 10 or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because that was just so
Easy.
iconic.
yeah, and then I could probably recite like all their reserve goalkeepers and everything because it was just such an icon. Like they're such an iconic team back then.
yeah.
I used to love watching. I even used to like watching teams like Chelsea and United. Like thinking back, me being a West Ham fan, I'm like, how did I used to enjoy watching Chelsea? Why did I do that? But I was thinking, when you're young, you don't really have any bias, and you don't really have
Yeah.
any sort of.
Hate towards teams.
You don't sway. You don't have any hatred towards any team, so you just enjoy watching it.
I used to love
I
watching
mean, to be honest with you, I still like obviously I have bias, but I don't actually really hate any team. I really dislike West Ham, Leeds, and Man United. However,
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't know. I'd rather see a good game and then win than a
Yeah.
bad game and then lose. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like I know you're different. You lot are probably all different because like for Callum he would hate Arsenal. For you you'd hate Liverpool, Siraj, and for you you'd hate Tottenham and
I don't even hate Arsenal. I hate Chelsea a lot more.
I
I
don't
hate
even.
Chelsea.
This is controversial because obviously you're a Millwall fan and a Spurs fan. It's because we haven't played Millwall for so long. That's why we hate Spurs a lot more at the moment.
Yeah. No,
And
that
plus-
makes sense. That's like we had little when we were in when we had a little fling in League One. We are like main rivals. This is embarrassing, but our main rivals turned to like Gillingham and teams like that. But now we.
I've been to the Gillingham Stadium actually.
Yeah, same. Their away end is literally just scaffolding. It's proper
Yeah.
crap.
Anyway, should we move on to the
Predictions.
Oh yeah.
Predictions,
I was
yeah,
just gonna
go
say
ahead.
quickly, 2 goals because what I was gonna say was Sal's against Atletico.
Oh
Banger.
yeah, banger.
No, against Bayern, the little dribble, the in and out, and just the finish, brilliant. And Florenzi's goal against Barca
I was
when he
watching
checked
that
the
game.
Sagan.
I remember watching
That game, man. What a
He was
goal!
off his line and he just he just did it from the heart. I remember watching that game. It was insane.
Insane.
What a goal! What a goal! But so should we move on to? So we're not gonna predict the score because obviously it's 2 legs, so it's kind of hard to predict the score. But we'll just say who we think's gonna go through in each game, and then we'll say who we think's gonna win the Champions League.
Yeah.
So for the first one,
Alright,
it's
nice.
Liverpool versus RB Leipzig. I think this can be a tough game, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what Liverpool-
Leipzig are doing quite well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I don't know what Liverpool are going to be like because they're kind of outperforming the league at the moment. So I don't know if they're
I think
how they're
Liverpool
performing
edge
in Europe.
it. I think Liverpool will edge it. I think they always pull it out of the bag.
Leipzig are a weird side. We beat them 5-0 in the first time we played them, and then we lost 3-2, and they destroyed us.
That's just United. That's just United summed up.
But what I'm saying is, Leipzig are a very good side. Like people obviously will say that's just United, but especially with Liverpool's form right now, and Leipzig are very clinical as well. Like where Angelino scored those goals against us.
Baller.
Yeah, and he's City loanee as well. That was the worst. But they're clinical side, even defensively. They've got quick centre backs. They're not the best defensively, but they managed to do a job, and they kept us out for most of that game.
I've seen them live, and they're quite an exciting team to watch sometimes.
Yeah, they're quick.
They used to have. It's a bit weird that a lot of their sort of first teamers that used to play about sort of 4 or 5 years ago, they've all gone to like mid-table Premier League sides and sort of mid-table German sides now.
It's weird.
It's really confusing. Like, was it Ademola Lookman is one of them. Ollie Burke they had at one point. They've all just sort of gone elsewhere now. They're still an exciting team to watch nonetheless.
Yeah.
I loved watching them last season. They were. I thought they were going to beat PSG, and then they went and got smashed by them. So that's why I can't back them again after that. But yeah, I'm back.
I think me and you me and you had a chat about that because you said you would rather PSG go through because you want a bigger side and you want a better team in the final, and I said that I would always back the underdog and I wouldn't
same.
mind a team like RB Leipzig.
I hate
RB Leipzig going through.
One of the reasons I wouldn't want RB Leipzig in the final is one because I wanted PSG Bayern because I thought it wasn't that good of a final, but I thought it was going to be a good final.
Was it better than Liverpool Spurs though?
Yeah. Oh, don't even talk about
that was
so good.
The best thing about that final was that Tart getting her tits out and running on the pitch. That was a highlight of that final.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I remember we were trying to find her Insta after the game. We were like trying to... She gained like 1 million followers or some shit like that. I'm not surprised to be fair, but so I've gone with a Liverpool win anyway.
Yeah, I've gone Liverpool to win.
I've also gone Liverpool. I think it's no doubt.
I'm gonna say Liverpool, but there's gonna be a lot of goals and they're gonna struggle.
I think they might either lose one of the games or draw one of the games. Yeah, I don't think they'll win both.
I think they'll lose the first leg. I've got a feeling they'll lose the first.
So you think that they'll lose in Germany, but then
Origi's going to put it back in the second leg?
Yeah, I think they'll put it. I think they'll summon. I know they've been shit at Anfield recently, but I think they'll summon something at Anfield.
Yeah.
It's not in Germany though, is it?
It's
I don't.
Because United have got we've got Real Sociedad, and we're playing them in Turin because Spain have got new rules as well. So we're playing them in Juventus' stadium. But I'm not sure about Liverpool. I heard that it might be Hungary or something.
Yeah, it's definitely neutral.
So are both legs neutral?
Yeah, both legs will be neutral then.
Yeah.
I think the reverse fixture is at Spurs actually. To be fair.
Actually, Spurs. Yeah, that's it. I first think Hungary, but yeah, Spurs. You're right. Actually, I think it's one of the London stadiums or something.
Yeah. So the next game is my personal. Like the game I'm personally most excited to watch is a complete neutral, Barca PSG.
Oh yeah.
What get like I know they're both underperforming this season, but that is going to be a quality game.
I think I think straight away I knew who I was going to pick.
Yeah, I did as well. I think
Barca.
I've gone PSG actually.
I've gone PSG as well.
Messi masterclass, mate.
Nah, come on. PSG, I think last year I have to give it to them, they did well, but I find them like a Man City. I feel like at the big stage they do bottle it, and that's just generally my thoughts. So when they come up what was the lead they had over Barca in the first year? Was it 4-0?
Yeah, it was 4-0.
That's why it was such bottle that 4-0 and against us, even us, was a 3-1, which obviously isn't as big, but it was a 2-0, I think actually. Which isn't as big, but still against a shit United side where after Mourinho we were in a really bad place, and they bottled it against us. So I don't know. I just don't think PSG are an elite side in my opinion.
Obviously Neymar isn't playing because he's out for a month visiting his sister.
Yeah, mate, that is weird. I don't care what.
It's very weird. He's got a very weird close relationship with his sister, and he's got a massive tattoo of his sister on his arm for starts, which every time it's his sister's birthday, he gets magically injured and can't play.
Mate, I think he lives in Leeds secretly. He's a Yorkshire man.
Is he?
He must be. But I think Barca.
I'm just gonna. I feel like Barcelona. They've been spanked before by. Yeah, I reckon. Probably not. Doesn't sound that great in context, but yeah, I reckon PSG are pull through in this.
Yeah, I've got PSG.
We're split. We're completely split down the middle there.
That's fine.
He's actually been their best. Well, no, actually, no, not their best player. But he's been quite good this year.
He's quite good, yeah.
But yeah, so we're split. So I think this one's going to split people as well because I think we briefly discussed it earlier. But Sevilla and Dortmund, Lopetegui. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but I rate him a lot. I think they're going to beat Dortmund. Big game. Dortmund have been shit this year as well. I like Haaland, but they've been shit.
I think it's one of them games where I feel like one of them might just edge it on away goals or something, or something proper tight. My heart wants Dortmund to go through because I do like Dortmund, but I think Sevilla probably have more quality. I don't know. Dortmund have got quality players. Dortmund have got more quality, but they're just not performing as well as people are. It's a really tough one. This
Dortmund's back line is shite.
I'm gonna go for Sevilla pure on the fact that just they seem to get quite far in the European competitions, but don't seem to shine as much in La Liga.
You're right.
Which is the way to be, really. I'd rather my team. Obviously, my team is never going to get anywhere near Europe, but if we were to, I'd rather.
I'm in the opposition where I say we might actually.
Aidan.
No, we might.
No.
But yeah,
you never know.
If Harley was here, you would be destroyed.
I have no words after last episode because I got roasted for saying West Ham would.
Oh yeah.
Have a chance.
Jude in the comments.
What do you think, Siraj? Who do you think, Sevilla or Dortmund?
I'm saying Dortmund.
Yeah,
I've got Dortmund as well.
I just think I think Sevilla are a very good side, right, in European competitions, in Europa League. Even last season they knocked us out, which is a bit embarrassing. But yeah, like I just think Dortmund, with the Sancho, Haaland, Bellingham, they've just got some quality players in there, and I feel like
I do remember.
I feel like there comes a time, even when you're out of form, like some of these players do step up, like when what we did against PSG, where I'm never gonna stop talking about that, am I?
I swear,
Rashford scored that last minute pen, but
didn't Sevilla I forgot it was either what round did they get to? They had like a proper dirty game against someone. Like it was, I don't know who had a proper dirty game, but one of them did. And I just remember watching it, and I wanted them to get knocked out because they were just frustrating me how dirty they were playing.
I hate other than like Barca's tiki taka style back in the day. I actually hate the style of Spanish football. Like they'll hack people, but then when they get the slightest touch, they'll literally roll on the floor for like 20 minutes. It's so annoying.
Oh no, I like Italian. I like Italian.
That's why I wanted Burnley to get through to the group stages of the Europa League and draw against the Spanish side. Yeah, Sean Dyche's Burnley in Europe against the Spanish side.
I would love to see Burnley again. That would be brilliant.
Imagine that Burnley, like you just see what's called Ben Mee just bringing down Sergio Busquets. That'd be quality
stuff. The next one.
Go.
The next one. So we're completely split again between Sevilla and Dortmund. Shows how close it's going to be, all these games. Juve versus Porto. I feel like we might be on the same wavelength here. I think it's going to be a comfortable Juve.
Porto win, yeah. No, I'm
Porto
for the win.
CR7.
I'm going to go for Juve.
If Alex Tellez was there, definitely it would have been like 3-0 Porto both legs. But what's it called? No, Juve should. I said to actually no, that's for later. I'll talk about that later. But I think Juve for this game.
I think Juve.
I also think Juve.
Oh, we all straightforward. I think we might be on the same wavelength here, but Atletico Madrid are playing Chelsea. I've been watching a little bit of the Spanish league, not as much as I've been watching Serie A, but I've been watching a little bit. And Atletico have actually been quality. Like the signing of Luis Suarez, insane, and their back line, as always. Simeone, one of my favourite coaches, he drills them in well, and they're always good in big games. So I think they're going to do the business against Chelsea.
Yeah, I agree because this kind of ties into my Premier League predictions because I think Chelsea are going to go out, but every other team are going to go further in the competition, so they won't be as tired. So that's why I put them as third, and I think they'll lose as well. I think Atletico will win.
Fair, that's a fair kind of line of reasoning.
All the same, Atletico they got far too much quality this season, and I think they're going to go. I'm going to make a punt and say Atletico are going to get semis at least, maybe even further.
I'll speak about it later, but I've got a feeling they're going to do well. But yeah,
Leicester, I think was it what was the team you just said?
Atletico, Chelsea.
Atletico.
Atletico. Atletico have always been one of my favorite teams. I've always just liked the way they play football. The way like Dortmund, and they sort of like build up their players. Like they built so many great strikers of this past generation, like Torres, Aguero, Costa, Falcao.
Yeah.
Radamel Falcao, actually. Shit.
Steven Nzonzi. Oh no, he's fucking Sevilla. No way.
That's the
No, don't clip that.
Wait,
I was reading the fucking
Stoke.
Sevilla result.
Didn't he use the
Yeah.
win for Stoke? Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't clip that.
Quality
I was
Yeah.
reading the Sevilla result, sorry. But yeah.
Stevens. But yeah, no, I just think they're a quality side, and I think Spanish football, they know they usually do get an upper hand over the English teams a lot of the time. So
I agree.
I hope Chelsea prove me wrong because I always like the English team to win in the Champions League.
you know what? I'd rather have Atletico win. I fucking hate Chelsea.
Okay, I'll always back the England team, the English teams, unless it's Spurs, Chelsea, or Man United.
Fair point.
Oh,
fair point.
Fair enough.
So we all Atletico then.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So the next one is Bayern Munich versus Lazio, and I think Bayern will win, but I feel like, I don't know why this is a bold statement to make, but I feel like Lazio are going to give them a better game than people think they will, because I think Lazio actually have some quality in that team. Like
Andres Pereira, man, that guy.
Oh, my heart wants to go with Lazio in this. I really, really want Lazio to go through.
Are there
I
people?
want Lazio to go through.
Lazio will always be my favourite Italian side. Obviously, I don't know if you know the reason Lazio and West Ham have got some
little gay
got some little friendship. We're like best mates. West Ham and Lazio.
They blow each other's bubbles.
Clip that. But yeah, no, but yeah, I do like Lazio. I've always liked Lazio. I think they're a good team to watch, and yeah, fuck it. Let's go Lazio to win. Why not?
No, I'm backing Bayern
underestimate
Munich.
Immobile is a very good player.
Yeah, Milinkovic Savic as well.
Yeah,
Lovely player.
Immobile is like clinic. Like I know I'm not saying he's as good, but I'm saying him and Lewandowski, like they do have their parallels. You know, they're both like they both won't show up for the whole game. You won't see them, and then suddenly the ball will be back in the back of the net from one of them. But I think they're both like typical number 9s, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Clinical ability.
Yeah, I'm going with Bayern, but I think Lazio will get put up more of a fight than you think.
I think Andres Pereira, being a Man United player, he's got that quality inside of him. He's gonna do something.
Shut
He's fucking shit. I hope Lazio actually just like 5. Ed Wood won't even be able to sell him on a free. Was it against Burnley? He scored an own goal against Burnley last season. Fucking hell, man.
I remember you went for a stage of like. Anyway, we'll move on. But you went for a stage of like playing quite a bit. And it was just shocked.
It's because we had like everyone injured, so we're literally playing Lingard, like Pereira and Matic in midfield, and we're playing Dan James with
no, you can't say anything about Lingardinho.
Oh yeah, true.
Anyway,
But that was rubbish, Lingardinho.
Real Madrid. This is an interesting one, Real Madrid against Atalanta, and this is weird, but I always feel like there's a shock in the Champions League at some point. Actually, no. Sorry, I'm gonna go Real Madrid. I was just about to like say, what I think Atalanta, but no.
Atalanta play great football, though. I have to admit, I do like watching them.
Now they're gonna go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just put it out there. Aidan did it for Lazio. I'm gonna just say Atalanta for a win.
Yeah, no, I think Atalanta would do.
You think they will?
No, I don't see recovering. You think they'll recover?
Sorry.
Actually, I'm gonna back you. I reckon I want it. Is it all neutral?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. The thing is, though, because I can just picture in my head Atalanta winning like 2-0 at the Bernabeu if it was at the Bernabeu. I don't know why.
That's what I mean. I just feel
them.
like Atalanta, like
I can't back them.
I always think there's
I want to back
at some point, and I feel like Real, are they that great this year? No.
I can see it happening. I can see Atalanta winning at least one of the legs 2-0. I can just see a 2-0 Atalanta incoming.
I can't see it because Alejandro Gomez is transferred to Sevilla and he was their main man, and also they're 7th in the league at the moment. I just can't see it happening.
Mate, league form,
No, I know, but Alejandro Gomez as well is what.
Yeah,
I'm saying. He's our main man.
point. I just think if there's a
He's
shot,
getting on a bit as well. To be fair, like
I'll back an Atalanta win just
Yeah.
for the because there's always one shock.
Yeah, just have the vibes that hopefully Real just absolutely get destroyed. They won't happen, but I always hope for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of shocks, who's backing Gladbach to beat City?
No,
Not me.
That's the least
Not me.
likely to be a shock, in my opinion.
I
genuinely can't see it.
No, I think City have got this. I think
Also-
City with their second team could probably still get a
No,
result.
City will win it, and then they'll
Bottle
bottle it in the next round.
So Mönchengladbach, I'm just looking up. Mönchengladbach they're 7th in the league.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean City. We all know. We all watch the Prem. We all know how good City are. I just can't see anything else but comfortable.
Yeah, it's gonna be fairly,
Phil Foden masterclass potentially.
Yeah, Phil Foden at the double at the Etihad.
Is Pep gonna play him up top?
He is the pride of Britain right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Is he playing him up top? Will Pep play him up top again?
You might play him in a false 9 role.
You don't think he's gonna play Jesus? No, he doesn't. Yeah, no, Jesus.
No.
I don't even think Jesus is that good. He's in a good team.
He's not that good. Yeah, you're right. But I just thought, with no De Bruyne and Aguero, but obviously De Bruyne will probably be back. He should be back soon, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be out for that long. He's only supposed to be out for a few weeks.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be back in time for the first leg. Definitely not.
Yeah.
I think we would have heard if anything.
But Gundogan on recently, man.
But then should we move on to who we think is going to win the Champions League? I'm happy to go first or last or whatever.
Yeah, you go if you want. Yeah, whoever goes.
Go for it.
I am gonna go. I said this on my Insta story because someone asked me who I think is going to win the Europa League as well. I think Arsenal are going to win the Europa League, but that's irrelevant. And I think Atletico Madrid are going to do it. I just think Simeone. I know I've been speaking about him a lot, but I just think he's class, and I think they can pull it off. I really do think it's between them and City for me this year.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what a final that would be. I hope
that would be insane.
I hope they don't get drawn
against Guardiola. I'd love to see.
Yeah, I pray they don't get drawn against each other, providing they could both get through, which they will. I'm praying they don't get drawn against each other in the next round because I really, really want to see that in the final.
I don't think it's happening though. I think City will bottle it, and they always bottle it in the Champions League, even when they're having a good season. And without Aguero, without De Bruyne, if Ruben Dias is going to be injured as well, he's so key to their team right now.
He's changed their team.
He's such a good player, man.
Another game I would love to see is City Juve.
Oh, that'd be class. Yeah.
I think Juve are going to win it. I think.
Oh, really? Fair.
Yeah.
Big shout.
Juve.
You can't never doubt Ronaldo, can you?
Nah.
You can never put him out. And I just think, we were the Bayern last year. Year before was Liverpool, and then before that was obviously Real. And but yeah, I think this is Juve's year. Ronaldo's there, and I think he's going to come away with the trophy. I don't know. Who else? I guess Atletico. You said are quite strong. I could see them getting to the final and maybe getting a bit rough. And Bayern's the only other one, but I don't think they'll do the double. I don't see them doing the double.
I'm looking for all these teams, and the only team that springs out is Atletico to me. The only team that springs out thinking it'd be interesting to see if the teams from the same nation come up against each other, because that's when you could get some tricky ties. Sort of if Barcelona do go through somewhere against PSG and they get drawn against Atletico in the next round, it'd be interesting to see how they would face off.
Do you know what I do want to see? Even though it's not quite the same as it used to be, I'd love to see an El Clasico quarterfinal or semi-final.
Yeah, that would be. I feel like if they had fans there, I know this is going to be the same as any football story you're going to talk about. If they had fans there, I feel the Champions League would be special with some of the ties you'd get in the sort of later rounds. At the end of the day, it makes the atmosphere so much better. And,
what pisses me off so much? I mean, this is just personal to me. I was planning this year like I was planning on, obviously I'm taking a gap year at the moment before I go to uni, but I was planning on going to like some European stadiums this year. So I wanted to go to the Signal Iduna, I wanted to go to the Nou Camp, I wanted to go to the San Siro before it gets knocked out. And now because of fans not being allowed in, I literally can't go. So it's kind of pissed me off.
I've been to a few.
Worse stories about Corona around than just someone who can't go to see a bloody football game. But yeah,
I've been to the Stade de Luz and the Stadio Dragao, whatever you call it, the Porto Stadium.
Yeah,
I've been to both of them, not to see a game, just sort of have a look around. Both of them class stadiums. I'd love to go on a match day, to be fair.
I really want to go in. I know I wouldn't fit in at all because I'm a bloody ginger Englishman, but I would love to go in the yellow wall. I think that'd be so. Like,
can you imagine just like
yellow
bunch of big airy German men in the East standing there waving.
Mate, all you got to do is not start singing there. We're 10 German bombers.
Oh yeah, you imagine.
Yeah.
For my prediction, I've decided a controversial one. The winner of Barca versus PSG will win it, but I think it'll be PSG.
You think PSG? Oh, fair enough.
I think Pochettino will revolutionise it, and hopefully he'll take them.
I don't see it happening. PSG had their chance.
Okay. We've all said who we think is going to win, but who do you want to win? Who do you prefer to win out of all these?
Out of any of the teams?
PSG. I'm going PSG as well.
What, you want PSG?
Yeah, I want Pochettino to win something. You know.
I want Atleti to win it.
I want.
Yeah,
I'm
or
always going to back an English team. I'm always going to back an English team. I want Liverpool to win it.
Oh my god, I'm tired. I'm going to be. It's 16. I'm tired between either Lazio or City in terms of who I want to see win it. I think either of them would be very special, and I think it's kind of justified because Man City get a lot of stick for not winning the Champions League and never doing that well in Europe. Yeah. So I'd love to see Man City prove everyone wrong to really, because they've already made history winning, 15 consecutive games in a row. They've already done the domestic treble a couple of times, haven't they? Or only once. Only team to reach 100 points, so why not just win the Champions League to top it all off for Pep Guardiola?
I'll put this statement out there now. If City win the Champions League this year, they will do the quadruple.
You think?
Mate,
that is a very fair assumption.
I was speaking to someone about this earlier. I think they'll win. I think they'll beat. No offense, Callum. I think they'll beat.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Oh, I think so too.
You got to do it, man.
But when we win this weekend, you know.
Can't let City win.
Can I just confront Callum or something? Whilst we're talking about the Carabao Cup. I see that Spurs have released keyrings that say Carabao Cup finalist 2020-2021.
No.
I saw that earlier as well.
You can't see it.
I don't know. I don't care.
That is brilliant.
Should I cop one right now?
Go on. How much are they? Hang on.
Like
£3. Do it.
I genuinely don't think West Ham would do that if you were in the final of the Carabao Cup.
No, we would post like a emotional video of Wembley Stadium, whatever. Probably that's about it.
I think we would, but you'd expect that from a champion. Like, one of our biggest ever achievements is being in the FA Cup final, but we don't have Jose Mourinho as manager.
I wouldn't ever dream. When I went to Wembley, the only thing I had some claret and blue face paint and a massive wig. That's what all I had. But
I'm just picturing that.
But unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever get to the Champions League. But you never know.
If it's going to be ever, it's got to be now, is what I'll say.
Yeah, it has. I mean, we were 2 games away in 2016, but we ended up losing to Stoke and Swansea. So
where is this keyring? I can't find it. It's on this website, like
Spurs shop. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've just seen it. Fuck's sake.
I think I did see that on Insta earlier, but
I don't think he would do.
Brilliant stuff. You love to see it.
Do you reckon we've covered everything then? Or?
Yeah, I think we have. So thanks everyone for watching. Of course, like support is appreciated. The link in the bio to the Insta account of the All Out Attack podcast. Go follow that and go give it a subscribe and a like if you can. Comment what you thought. But yeah, cheers for watching, man.